It is common for many of you to hear Valpolicella think straight to the Amarone, but you should know that it's not the only wine produced there. Ciao guys, welcome back in this new video. Today we are going to talk about the different styles of wine produced in Valpolicella. First of all, we are in the Veneto region, northeast corner of Italy, very close to the town of Verona, where the production is dominated by the red wines. The wines we are going to discover today are the Valpolicella Classico, the Ripasso, the Amarone and the Recioto. These wines have many characteristics in common, like they come from the same area and are produced with the same grape varieties. The key indigenous varieties in Valpolicella are the Corvina, the Corbinone, Rondinella and Molinare, but bear in mind that other black varieties are allowed in the blend. The differences in terms of style among these wines lies in the method of production. For example, let's take the Valpolicella and Valpolicella Classico. The vines are trained at higher yields in general, and in the winery short fermentation are carried out without a very long maturation process after the fermentation. This gives lean wines, lean red wines, fruity driven with low tannins that can be consumed even chilled during the summer. You can see on the label Valpolicella or Valpolicella Classico. What's the difference? The difference is just that the Valpolicella Classico is produced with grapes coming from the most historical area. Before talking about Amarone and Ripasso, we should focus on the Recioto. Recioto is the historical red sweet wine produced in Valpolicella. The vines tend to be trained at lower yields, and the grapes are hand harvested. Before the vinification, they are dried in drying lofts for about 100-120 days. After this period, the water has evaporated, leaving semi-dried grapes rich in sugar and other components. Grapes that will be fermented not till the end, leaving therefore some residual sugar in the wine. The wine then has to be aged for minimum 2 years. Oftentimes the producers choose to age these wines in wood, sometime in wood. What you have in the glass is a sweet red wine, rich and generous, with complex aromas of fresh and dried fruits, often enriched by the oak influence with medium to high tannins. The Amarone is produced in a very similar way to the Recioto, therefore using semi-dried grapes from low-yielding vines. The main difference is that the fermentation of the Amarone is carried out until there's no sugar residual, until dryness, or at least until very low amount of sugar residual are left in the wine. In fact, it's not uncommon to find Amarone with 8-9 grams per liter of sugar residual. The concentration in the grapes is responsible for the great intensity of cherry flavors with spicy notes, high alcohol and commonly high tannins. Important here is the acidity that keeps the balance. If unpressed Amarone skins are added to a Valpolicella, then you get the Ripasso version. In fact, the term reflects the practice of ripassare the skins in a leaner Valpolicella in order to increase the complexity and concentration of the wine. The Amarone skins macerate in the Valpolicella, and the yeast ferment the sugar brought in, adding body, alcohol and concentration. Ripasso therefore can be considered the halfway style between the Valpolicella and the Amarone. Alright guys, I hope this small journey through the different nuances of Valpolicella wines has been of your interest. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. If you have any question, leave in the comment section down below, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Ciao!